All right, hey everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the free market update. This for tomorrow, Tuesday, May the 10th. Wow, making it and our way on into the month of May here. Um, so here's kind of what we got going on. What I'm looking at, I'm a little cautiously optimistic, but yet bullish the stocks right now. I like the way that we have this orderly retracement into the averages, but we're able to hold the 50. Now, in my case, I actually use a 47 period simple moving average, but I allow for a breach of the average, but not a close below. So I like to see the fact that we did breach below, and then we had some responsive buying that then bid the market back into the averages without a close below. This is back on Friday. And so we have lows made on buying, we would say, and leave a buying tail or wick on the bottom there. That's kind of nice. So what you look for, though, that's the setup. But for a trigger, you want to see a breach of the high of that in order that you start to make your way back out of the averages. That's kind of what I'm looking for. There's not a lot on the calendar news-wise, Monday and Tuesday of this week, and so today was pretty well muted in the way of the price action. We had a trade of like 2049, 48.49 by like 58.59, so 10 points wide in terms of range in the S&Ps, which is typically about the range you'll see in the first 1 hour of the session. So that was fairly quiet today, and so I'm looking, for some upward sideways to higher tomorrow in the stocks. And then if you kind of look around and want to see, well, what else might contribute to that, and looking at the Treasuries, you see it's basically an inverse look at what we just saw, and that is highs made on selling in the Treasuries. A breach below the low of that would likely bring on some downward price action and or continuation. That level I've drawn into in the way of a sell stop at 164.28 if you want to look at the possibility of being short starting tonight and tomorrow morning, then 164.28. And another thing that I want to point out as far as trying to make the case for the stocks for right now is the fact that crude sat down today pretty hard, actually. As you can see here, 3.18% seemed to come from almost nowhere and really got clobbered down $1.50 or so. At one point, give you an idea, at one point, during the session we're at $46 to be down into the $43 level, losing $1.50 on the day. So that's pretty bearish, right? And or, well, the fact that crude was called back to that extent and it had no negative effect on the stocks, and so that's something that really had my attention today. The ability that for the stocks to hold up the way that they did. So in this case, you'd say long stocks or short treasuries or both. I would say, well, maybe both, or pick one, but long stocks, short treasuries. I still contend, and I've been wrong on this for a little while, but I still contend that although structurally this is a somewhat bullish chart, fundamentally the supplies, in my estimation, would have crude called back for, at a minimum, a revisit of this trend line back into the $41, $42 area, really like 41, maybe half. And so that's kind of what I'm looking for, even though it's been, obviously it's been tough in trying to see that through, but yet that's what I'm looking for. So hope this helps. You guys have a good trade. Nice evening. I'm going to hop over to the premium video and go through all of the markets, from the currencies to the treasuries, the metals, the energies, the ags. Tomorrow there's a report in the grains and the indices and that kind of thing. So all right, so I just want to make sure that everyone's aware of a free webinar that John's offering for tomorrow night. That's Tuesday the 10th. Tomorrow night it's going to be from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time. And the address that you can find this in order to register can be found at simplerfutures.com, and that's /goals. So simplerfutures.com /goals, GOALS. And as you can see here, as far as the bullet points in that, This is going to be, like I said, tomorrow night. All you have to do is type in your name and email address, and that's going to get you registered. Where the website will send you back a link to click on to log in. But we're going to be looking at some futures markets tomorrow, and some of the things that John's been doing recently in order to generate some pretty steady and satisfying growth in his futures account. Specifically here, he notes one that made him some pretty nice returns in just a few hours there, 30 grand in about 7 hours. Also, how to turn a small account into a big account, low stress way to create some income in just minutes a day, and how to capitalize from some of the coming events. This is good stuff right here, specific short-term strategies for rapid growth, this kind of stuff. And that is coming up, like I say, tomorrow night, Tuesday the 10th at 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night for 1 hour between 7 and 8. Hope to see you there. Again, the address to type in your URL to find this, simplerfutures.com/goals, and we'll hope to see you there. Take care. Good night.